All right, let's go. Hold on. You know what? I forgot. I got new glasses. So yeah, we're gonna switch this up a little bit. Even though I really don't need. Well, no, I do because I'm blind as shit. But yeah, all right. Let's put these on. Sorry for the messy hair and all that other stuff. Look at that. Boy's clean. All right. So today we're gonna get into this Forbidden Door talk. So me being a wrestling fan, like I'm not like good on intros and all that other stuff. I just get right to the point because time is money. Everybody got things they want to do, and I got a lot that I want to talk about. But first, what we're gonna do right now is I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm excited as fuck for this event. Like there is no reason why, as a wrestling fan, you should not be excited for this. This is something that everyone has like dreamed of for like the longest time, and we're finally getting it. As you can see right up here at the top, I got the Forbidden Door logo. Like, where is it? Oh, look at this. I'm not a streamer, so remember that I'm not a streamer. So there it is. You see it, the Forbidden Door. I'm gonna switch up these scenes in a minute so I can make it a little more known. But anyway, it's happening. Announced last night. Tony Khan already came out, said, "Hey, it's gonna happen." He brought out Tiny Son, I believe his name is. And yeah, so we're actually getting the pay-per-view, and I have like multiple tabs open and shit like that. So we're just gonna go ahead and what this could mean for the landscape of everything as it involves AEW, New Japan, wrestling in general, all that other stuff. Because as we know, AEW has been like the most free-flowing wrestling company that in terms of like mainstream wrestling in a long time. Yes, I know like Impact has been doing this a lot longer. I know when Ring of Honor was like out and doing their thing, they had like partnerships as well with Mexico, with the UK scene, all that other stuff. But AEW like taking on like that that secondary foothold that North America was missing has like just transcended all that shit. So now we're actually getting a pay-per-view, AEW, New Japan. This is something that you wouldn't see happening in WWE because WWE likes to control everything. The one thing that really excites me about this is the fact that like there's not going to be like any chains on these guys. They're going to be able to go out there, put on the show. First thing I want to say though is don't expect like every match to be a one-on-one match. Like that's not going to happen. If you know how New Japan works, you always going to have multi-man tags. Like I don't expect to see Ishii in a one-on-one match on this card. I expect to see a six-man with you. I have no idea. You could put the Blackpool Combat Club against Chaos and you'd have a banger match. Like even though I know people want to see like Danielson and Mox and they like and Yuta like who's growing right now in a more high profile match. Uh the thing is with this crossover event, like everything can legit be a high profile match. You can get the Hardys taking on Suzuki Gun, Despy and Kanemaru in a match like who for all we know we could get an 8-man. You can get the Hardys in Top Flight, for example, taking on Suzuki Gun. So you never know. There's a multitude of things that you can get going. But what I want to see is just nonstop. I don't want to see what we got in MSG where you had AEW matches and then you had New Japan matches. I don't want to see that. I want to see these guys come together head to head like the old school WCW New Japan super shows that you used to have where you may have had like a couple of matches where it was like strictly WCW and strictly New Japan, but for the most part it was a crossover event. This is a crossover event. A lot of people want this to be a legit crossover event. And one thing I really love about this freaking logo is the fact that you can see the portal leading from Japan to Chicago. That shit is so dope to me. I love how they like integrated that. But as we see up here, we got like multiple announcements. So joint first ever. I hate that they got Sammy up there, but they're combining forces. This is going to be big. And as you can see, this TK making the announcement right now. You couldn't have it any better with Jay White coming out and Tony Khan, his statement. As the world continues to reopen, I'm making sure the Forbidden Door follows suit and we can finally give fans the dream events they've always imagined. United Center was home to one of AEW's biggest events all time, the first dance, where CM Punk made his return to wrestling after a 7 year hiatus, which was huge. It's phenomenal. Nobody ever thought Punk would wrestle again, especially not like the way that he's been going, and Punk is still doing his damn thing. I love to see it. This summer, fans of AEW and New Japan can expect the unexpected during this extraordinary first of its kind pay per view between our two incredible companies. Um, Obari, there you go. I was so off. As we've done for more than 50 years, the power of pro wrestling can energize people by fulfilling their dreams. Obari added, now it's quite an important mission for us, the pro wrestling industry as a whole. We're not only opening this door, but we will show you NJPW's genuine strong style beyond the forbidden door. Wrestling fans will know what strong style actually means. Like, these guys battle. They hard down, get into it. It feels like actual fights. It feels like actual combat. It feels like something like is on the line in every match that they do. Um, I for one am just like ecstatic to see like what exactly are they going to bring to the table, because I know that there are so many possibilities to be had, and I know that there's going to be some things that's going to disappoint as well. Like, no show will ever be perfect. Like, there's always going to be something that holds back anything from ever being like legitimately perfect, but there's a strong possibility that if this plays out the way that it should, you could get a strong like 9.5 out of 10. I doubt that it'll be a 10 out of 10 show, but you'll definitely get you a strong 9.5 if they all collaborate and work together to give you like what you're looking for. Like, there's only like a handful of one-on-one matches that you can legitimately do that'll make this like a worthy event. Like, I know people want to see Tanahashi in a one-on-one match. I don't think we're going to get Tanahashi in a one-on-one match. Um, I personally want to see Shingo in a one-on-one match. I don't think we're going to get Shingo in a one-on-one match. I think we're going to get a Lij versus somebody type of thing. Because me personally, the match that I want to see is Shingo versus Andrade. I think that match will bang. I think it will like be balls to the wall. I think it'll be amazing. But who knows what we're actually going to see here? Um, let's see. These okay, that's just a whatchamacallit. So as we got right here, like a lot of people have come over from New Japan already. Like Yuji Nagata with Max, Kojima, Kenta's come over with the backstage stuff. Suzuki's been on there twice. Ishii, I think this will be his second appearance come Friday, because he has a match with Adam Cole. Um, Jericho, when he went over with Tanahashi at the like very infancy of AEW. It's so much. Kenny Omega has like the history there. Moxley with the G1 stuff over there. So you have Archer as well. It's so many things that like has already transpired. And the thing is, this will be monumental in terms of shaping the future, because let's face it, New Japan has been in a rut. There's no like denying that. New Japan has been in a rut. They've been in a hole. They've been trying to get themselves out. And for what we know, like, we don't know what's next for them. We know the G1 is coming up. We know the best of Super Juniors is coming up. But at the same time, we really don't know like what else is there coming as it relates to New Japan. As with AEW, we know that things seem to be heading towards Punk, and that's the other interesting thing, is that this takes place after Double or Nothing. So I think personally, especially if Okada is still champion, they're going to want to do champion versus champion. And the thing is, you could do champion versus champion, have the match go to a draw, and I don't think anybody would complain if the match is good. And I think Punk versus Okada carries monumental, like must watch, must order pay-per-view status. It cannot be understated. The stop, like last night, what you saw between Dustin and CM Punk last night cannot be like undersold. Like, the shit was legit old school pro wrestling storytelling. Like, What those guys did in the ring last night was tremendous. It told the old school story on how to build a match, how to pace a match, how to tell a story working a limb, how to sell, how to convey like the message that you're trying to present in the ring. And if you think that Punk can't do that with Okada's slow burn style, you are out of your fucking mind. Okada versus Punk has to headline this event. I don't care who wins it, but that has to be the headliner. So now here we are with the fantasy booking. And Obari already came out and said Stardom won't be a part of this event. So this second match right here, I don't think we're actually gonna see. Um Page versus Okada is like there's no way that this is not gonna be a champion versus champion match. Like that's gonna be the thing. Um FTR versus God, I don't think I really want to see that. Sting versus Muda, I don't want to see that again. Maybe if you do like a Darby and somebody with like if you make this a tag, Sting on one side and Muda on the other, so it'll be Darby and Sting versus Muda and let's see, who can Darby match up with? I would put him in there with Desperado, honestly. Desperado and Darby would bang. Like they would beat the living crap out of each other. Uh I don't want to see House of Torture versus Blackpool Combat Club. I think House of Torture versus House of Black for who is the most evil company, like who's the most evil entity out of the companies, that would be like way better. Pac versus Will Ospreay would bang. Garcia versus Sabre Jr. would bang. Punk versus Kenta would bang. Guevara Desperado, that would bang too. I don't think that's what we're gonna get, but it would bang. Best Friends of Rocky Romero versus Naito Sonata Idolo. Like Lij, Sonata's hurt. Like so you can replace Sonata with Shingo, and you would have like an absolute banger of a match. Uh, this ain't gonna happen. I don't think Omega's gonna be out. I think Omega makes an appearance to tease him coming back in terms of what is it? In terms of him coming back to do something in Japan soon. But I don't think we're gonna get that. But I think you need to put all of your heavy hitters in there in some capacity. Like the people that we know about, the Shingos, the Ospreys, the Okadas, like the Tanahashis, like they have to be involved in this event. If you really want like people to like gravitate and expose them to what New Japan is, they have to be part of this event. Um I I would hope that you find a way to get as much talent on here as possible without making them feel irrelevant. I think that's going to be the key. Like these guys cannot feel irrelevant. They have to feel like some like everything has to have like big stakes, big fight feel. Something like everything just has to mesh in a way that it's must watch. Building this card is going to be very difficult to do in terms of pleasing everybody. I don't think we're going to see any like ROH like crossovers at this. You might get if you do get one, I think Samoa Joe might be involved in something, but I don't think you're gonna like divvy up uh because I you might get like Suzuki going versus Blackpool Combat Club. I could see that happening. Minoru, Zack Sabre, because you'll get Zack Sabre Jr. in there and Tai Chi going up against Blackpool Combat Club. That would bang. That would be a great match. For Lij, uh you get the Andrade family office, even though I'm like not that big of fans of theirs. Uh you get Andrade, Private Party going up against well shit, you can do like all five. Considering that Butcher and Blade are somewhat still like adjacent to them, so you can get all five of them going up against Naito, Shingo, Bushi, but shit, Sonata's hurt, so it might just be a 4-man. And God, why is the name escaping me right now? Hiromu. But I'd honestly want to see Hiromu in a one-on-one match. Hiromu versus fucking, oh my god, the possibilities are endless. Hiromu versus Darby would be madness because neither one of them gives a single fuck. That would be a absolute car crash if it happened. Um, there's so many possibilities, so many things. Hangman has to be on this card. Who does he face? I don't know. You could get Hangman versus Tanahashi. I don't think you. I don't really want to see that though. I want to see Okada versus Punk more than anything else. Like everybody's saying Kenta, but I think Okada Punk, a match that I don't think has ever happened, has like I don't think they've ever shared a ring together, would be monumental. I'm pretty sure Paige and Okada have at least shared a ring together, but I don't think Okada and Punk have ever like set foot in the ring together, and that would be as a first time ever matchup. God, that would bang so hard. That would bang so hard. And as much as I love Hangman, I just don't know. Maybe Hangman versus Naito 101. Uh or Hangman versus Jay White. You never know. Like if Jay White and them cause Page to lose the title, you could see something like that, where it's Page versus Jay White. Like, I wouldn't be mad at that. Interference is not something that's like foreign to AEW. But shit, now I'm just thinking like Keith Lee and Swerve just formed a tag team. You could do Ishii and fucking what's this guy's name? Yoshihashi versus Swerve. Like God, there are so many possibilities about what you could possibly get with this, and we like they're barely scratching the surface of like what you could actually obtain with this. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. Uh, both rosters are absolutely stacked. Um, the mix of talent is absolutely stacked. We're going to get some like the multi-man matches I think are going to bang so hard because there's so many different like routes that you can go, and there's so many stables that you could like throw in together. And oh my god, this event is going to make like everything just completely insane, and I just can't wait for it. I could go on like all day. I'm trying to keep this as short and as sweet as I possibly can, but Jesus, those are my thoughts. Like initially, like just off the top of my head, that's what I'm thinking about right now. And like, if I had like a format sheet and go like down, like I could literally like talk for hours about what could possibly happen, but I don't want to do that because everybody's time is precious. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on real quick, give my quick thoughts on that, and I really want to see like just an all-star event. Like this has to be like, to me, and this is just my personal opinion, this is bigger than WrestleMania. This is bigger than WrestleMania. You're not going to get this caliber of show in WWE with just the pure names that are involved with this show in terms of a wrestling standpoint. This transcends WrestleMania. There's no question that this transcends from a wrestling standpoint WrestleMania. And it's going to be fucking amazing. And I can't wait. So, those are my thoughts on this. I was going to go longer, but I don't want to because time is money and I don't want to waste everybody's time. So, thank y'all for tuning in. Hope you appreciate it. I will holler at y'all later. Peace.